So we had an issue with the air conditioner. For the first 15 minutes it worked fine, but then it started blowing warm air. I ordered the compressor for $260 and refrigerant 1234YF. For the L trim, the system requires 737 grams of refrigerant. Next, to gain access to the compressor, we remove the air filter housing. After that, we have clear access to the compressor. We disconnect all the connectors, remove the 3 bolts and take it out. The 2 lower bolts are very difficult to remove because there is very limited access. My recommendation is to remove the studs instead. Use an EX torque socket to take them out. You can pull them out directly and it makes removing the compressor much faster. After that, you need to replace the receiver dry filter. It's located on the left side of the radiator and it's not difficult to remove. Here you can see what the old filters look like compared to the new one and the difference between them. So I also recommend replacing this filter. It's best to drain the oil from the new compressor, since we don't know what type or how much oil is in it. Then we need to refill it with 120 grams of PAG 46 oil. Then we install the new compressor, reconnect all the lines and electrical connectors, and hook up the manifold gauges to pull a vacuum. The vacuum process should run for about 40 minutes to remove all moisture from the AC system and to check for any leaks. Connect the manifold gauge to both the low pressure and high pressure ports. Sure to top off the vacuum pump oil to the proper level, then connect the vacuum hose, turn on the pump and let it run for 40-45 minutes. After that, we turn off the pump and close the vacuum line. Then we perform a vacuum hole test. Wait another 40-45 minutes and watch the gauge to see if there is any pressure change, which would indicate a leak in the system. The 2 ports must show -1 bar. After 45 minutes, we check the system pressure. If the needles haven't moved, it means the system is sealed. Now we can charge the refrigerant. I used a scale to accurately measure how many grams I put in the system. Make sure to purge the air after connecting the refrigerant to the manifold. That means releasing any air trapped in the hose between the can and the gauges. Then start the vehicle and turn the AC to maximum power and the lowest temperature setting. Then open the refrigerant supply valve and the low pressure side. Be careful, the high pressure side must remain closed. The first can contains 454 grams. For the second can, we also weigh it and carefully measure how much more we need to reach the exact total. Once we reach the exact remaining amount we need, we close the low pressure port and shut off the refrigerant supply valve. The pressures return to normal. The low side is around 2.1 bar and the high side is about 13 bar, which indicates the system is operating correctly. That's it. The AC is working great now and blowing cold air again. Hope this is helpful to someone.